The Court of Appeal in Abuja this week set aside the judgment of the National and State Houses of Assembly Election Tribunal in Asaba, which declared Ndudi Elumelu of the People's Democratic Party as winner of the House of Representatives election for Anyocha and Oshimili Federal Constituency in Delta State. The appellate court had gone further to affirm the victory of candidate of the Labour Party Ngozi Okolie in the said election. The INEC returning officer, Kenneth Ibe, had announced that Okolie polled 53,879 votes to defeat Elumelu, who got 33,456 votes. The victorious Labour Party's Ngozi Okolie joins us now from Arise Abuja studio. Good afternoon, Mr. Okolie. Thank you for joining us here on Newsday.
Good afternoon. Thank you so very much.
Thank you as well. Well, I'm sure that this goes without saying that you're thrilled with this outcome, but how prepared are you for this to go even further, probably to the Supreme Court, challenging your victory?
The appeal court is the final court of appellate for our own legislative matters. So the case is decided. Now we're thinking of the way forward. So how we can help our constituents and how we can best represent our people in the National Assembly.
Well, thank you for
clarifying. So the appeal court is the final.
Thank you for clarifying that. So can you tell us what your progress has been regarding the way forward?
Well, the distraction came to an end yesterday, and what we'll do now is try to focus on the best ways to assist our people see that their voice is heard in the National Assembly and see how we can uplift the people of Anyocha Oshimili and hopefully make our people have a better participation in the democratic system and then see how we can improve the living conditions of our people. That's what we're sent here to do, and that's what we're going to do.
Very good, Mr. Okolie. Now, it took the Court of Appeal in Abuja for you to reclaim your mandate. Is this a negative perception about the way the State House of Assembly Election Tribunal in Asaba conducts its proceedings? And what impact will your outcome have on future elections that the tribunal has to undertake?
Well, I think I'm most grateful to the Court of Appeal for actually making or taking the decision they did take yesterday. But like I said the last time I came here, everybody that understands law, no, you don't necessarily have to be a lawyer, but everybody that understands the law and the Electoral Act knows very well that the tribunal did not really give justice in the judgment they gave. So that's why we decided to go on appeal. And I thankfully to God, the appeal court saw it differently from the tribunal. And they have restored the confidence that most of us were losing in the judiciary.
I'd like to expand on that point a bit, Mr. Okolie. When you said, the tribunal didn't give a fair judgment in this case, which is why you sought, to proceed with the Court of Appeal. Now, if future situations like this emerge, since you're also looking for the way forward for your party, whereby similar situation, even though it might be different candidates arise, would you still have confidence in the tribunal if a similar situation emerged?
Well, as we speak, the tribunal panel that gave the judgment in my case are still sitting in Asaba, and I don't know what kind of ruling they'll give. Only God will at least save whoever has a case before them. But I don't have any confidence in that tribunal, and thank God that we have a higher place to at least seek justice. So, and the justice came our way. Like I said when I came here, I told you that whatever the appeal court gives, we'll take with our two hands. And they gave us justice that we deserve, and we took it with our two hands. And everybody that heard the judgment yesterday knows very well that something went really wrong in Asaba. Because most of the things, and believe me honestly, one of the panel in Asaba, one of the members of the panel in Asaba is a professor of law in a university. I don't think what he did in Asaba is what he teaches his students. So he has a reason for whatever he said, and only God will be the judge for those people.
Indeed, interesting perspective there, Mr. Okolie. Now, from a general point of view, despite some misgiving about the overall nature of the tribunal at the national level, talking about the presidential elections, your party, Labour, is going to appeal the presidential outcomes of that tribunal. Would you say there's hope in the judicial system, irrespective of whatever aggrieved situations people have about the tribunal, as it were?
Yeah, if there's no hope, the presidential team would not be appealing. I think they have absolute hope in the Supreme Court. That's why they are seeking justice in the Supreme Court. So if, thank God, there are stages of appeal. And if you are not pleased with the first stage, you go on appeal. There's always there's always room to make mistakes in the first instance. So, and that's why there's another stage, so that the mistakes will be corrected. But I think when mistakes are made and you appeal your case, all you hope for is that the mistakes will be corrected in the appellate court. And hopefully, certain mistakes that were made will be corrected in Supreme Court.
Well, let's bring this back to you, Mr. Okolie. Seeing what has happened with your case, the appeal court, reaffirming you as the victor in this case, tell us about the expectations now that it's set in stone.
The expectations of who?
Oh, what would be expected now that your victory has been reaffirmed?
Well, we were sent here to help make laws and contribute to the, I've said that before, contribute to the living standards of our people, improve the living standards of Nigerians in general. Mind you, I am a Nigerian lawmaker, even though I come from Aniocho Shimili. So all we're going to do is try as much as possible to make Nigeria better for everybody, especially the downtrodden. Like the president has said, we'll need to allow the poor breathe. And everything will be channeled to making the life of the poor comfortable and convenient. And hopefully make them believe that they are truly Nigerians and they belong to Nigeria.
Very good, Mr. Okolie. Of course, the people, what counts when it comes to representatives, as it were. So, Minority Leader Honorable Elumelu has been in the lower house for some time now, you would agree. Did it come to you as a surprise you could actually reclaim your mandate? Did you have any doubts to that effect that, okay, this was going to happen and we're where we are with your outcome?
Well, the fact is that Ndudi is my friend. He knows very well that he didn't win the election, but he has this erroneous belief that money can buy him anything. So he depended so much on his wealth. And unfortunately, the judges proved that money cannot buy everything. So he knows he lost the election. He knows that everything he brought to the tribunal was just, he was just trying to fish, to see who would fish with him. The lower tribunal fished with him, but the wiser men said, no, money cannot buy anything or everything.
Well, that's
so we won the election, we won the cause, and hopefully we'll try our best to contribute our quota to our people.
Well, we certainly wish you well in your bid and congratulate you once again. Ngozi Okolie, thank you so much for joining us here on Newsday. We appreciate your time.